Already. According to Fox Bet Sportsbook, they are now also favored to win Super Bowl 58 next year. The Bills right behind them, followed by the 49ers, Eagles, Bengals, and oh, look, Skip, your Cowboys. Shannon, should the Chiefs be favored to win Super Bowl 58?
I tell you what, I bet Skip don't believe enough in them to put money on the Cowboys.
Not on my quarterback.
Well, he's on your team.
Yeah,
so you just can't bet on the team and not the quarterback. And Skip, I believe as long as Patrick Mahomes is there, this is what we're going to see. They're going to be the favorite. Just think about it. I believe Tyreek Hill was the most dangerous man in football, regardless of position. He lost him and had his best season of his career. And won the Super Bowl, won the regular season MVP. And Skip, among quarterbacks through 80 starts, most touchdowns, most passing yards, highest yards per attempt, and the first player to lead the league in passing yards and win the Super Bowl in the same season. So I think Andy's what, 64, 65, Skip?
64.
64.
Yep.
He could coach at least another 6 years. Another 6 years with Andy. They're going to be the favorite. They're going to be first or second favorite every year for the next 6 years. That's what I believe.
So help me out.
Yes.
How can you be the clear-cut favorite going into next season when you weren't even favored to win last night's Super Bowl? I don't get that.
Because you did win.
Oh, so that changed life.
No, because you got Patrick Mahomes. I think they were first or second this year. I think Buffalo was one. I think they were two. They were one this year.
They were three going in.
Okay, so now Buffalo is two. They're one. So he's going to be hovering around the top. Every single year. Normally, we've seen this, how many times we've seen this? Team loses the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden they're favored to win next year over the team that they beat. Kind of like Buffalo. Now look, how you guys favored when Kansas City knocked you out of the playoffs and somehow you guys come back favored?
I don't know. Good question. And speaking of Buffalo, how are they the second favorite at 11-2? Because I never get them.
Right.
I don't buy completely into Josh Allen. I don't buy completely into the rest of the football team.
They're going to have to get better defensively and hope Von Miller comes back.
The best football team going right now is in San Francisco, but we have a big question at the quarterback, and that is the position, obviously, in football, so that's an issue. The Eagles are 8-1, and the Eagles were exposed last night as Jalen Hurts or bust. That's who they are. They're Jalen or else.
Right.
Because the defense is not very good. The pass rush is way overrated. The running backs are overrated as a group.
I don't know if the pass rush is overrated. I think, but you said Kansas City has a great offensive line, number one in pass block win rate.
Did they?
So now it was going up against the number one pass rush win rate.
Well, they stoned them all night long, right? Then I think the team that should be at or near the top is the Bengals at 10-1.
I agree.
I don't know why they're so low. And then my Cowboys are 12-1, in large part because they are the Cowboys.
Right.
But in larger part because they still have, to me, the best defense in football. I think it's even a little better than San Francisco's defense. That's just me because of Micah. I still got him. And in his third year, he will continue to rise and shine as he gets his man body.
But here's the thing, though, Skip, and what we've talked about, and I said, yes, their defense is outstanding, but you can't overcome bad quarterback play, no matter how great.
Especially if he coughs it up or throws it to the other team.
And think about it. You got a top 5 player at one position, a top 5 player in Trayvon Diggs at another position, on the same team in their prime.
Okay.
And you keep getting bounced every year.
Every year. Okay. That brings me to the division you used to live in, the AFC West.
Yeah.
And again, it has been a cakewalk for Patrick Mahomes because he's 27-3 against the division, which has led to 5 straight AFC Championship games at Arrowhead.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes has never in his life played a road playoff game because he hasn't had to.
Right.
Well, now I look at your division, and you have a new addition, this guy named Sean Payton, who has worked here and done a great job here. And I thought the odds would be better if you team Sean Payton with Russell Wilson. All of a sudden, life changes.
Russell Wilson.
Okay, they are, because the Broncos remain 40-1.
They're out on Russell.
Well, I thought, okay, so the Chargers are 25-1, Broncos 40-1, Raiders have plummeted to 50-1 because we have a big quarterback issue with them right now, right? Okay, so it looks like if Kansas City is 5-1, and I just gave you those high odds, well, it looks like it's another cakewalk for Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid through the division.
Well, they get the best, most consistent play at that position. You know, Justin Herbert has some great games, and he's had great games against Kansas City. Still remember that was that Thursday night. He went out there and
he won. The 3 games that Patrick has lost in the division were at home.
At home.
Yeah.
And so that's where the quarterback is so important, and Kansas City has an outstanding one, and he normally outplays his division quarterbacks when they go head-to-head.
I will bet you Sean Payton will sooner than later make the Broncos way better than 40-1. I will bet you on that.
Well, are you telling me that Russell Wilson is going to get back to similar to what he was in Seattle?
He's not too old. It's not like he's out of his prime.
Right.
Right?
How important is football to him?
I don't know. Maybe Sean Payton will relight the fire, or at least the pilot light.
He's going to relight something.
Right?
He's going to trim the fat. That's one thing I know about Sean Payton. He's going to trim the fat.
Hey, and there is a new sheriff in town because he said if you don't like it, you can do something else. Right?
Trim the fat.
Okay. And my Cowboys will beat the Eagles twice next year.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts will.
I hope y'all make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, we'll be
Like you keep
wild
talking,
card.
I'm gonna pick you not to make the playoffs. And you keep talking.
Okay. Keep. I'm talking.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. How much you want to bet they won't make the playoffs?
Y'all ain't winning 12 games next year. That's for certain. Y'all. Oh, I forgot. Y'all didn't win the division, so y'all got a little cream puff schedule. You ain't winning the division. You got a little cream puff schedule.
Okay. Well, we'll just cream your puff.
All right, before this gets too personal, I'm going to jump in and interrupt. Certainly, Sean Payton runs a tight ship. Just ask Brandon Cooks or Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. The Lakers, they have a game tonight. They're playing the Portland Trailblazers. So should we have been surprised to have seen LeBron at the Super Bowl yesterday?
Watching the game.
Let's
He
was tweeting.
We should have been there, too.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Chiefs. Kansas City winning their second Super Bowl in 4 seasons last night. 38-35 was your final score over the Eagles. This is Andy Reid's second Super Bowl win, making him just the 14th coach with at least 2. Shannon, what percentage of the credit are you giving Andy Reid for the Chiefs' success?
10.
10.
That's what you told me. Because we've been going back how much credit should a coach get for the better part of 6.5 years.
About the guy.
I ain't bringing up no name.
Yeah.
But I'm just basing on you, so I just follow your lead. You say that guy
But you gave the coach of New England 75% of the credit against 25 for Brady.
Yeah, but
Right?
you told me I was wrong.
Yeah. I think you agreed and admitted you were wrong.
Okay. Skip. Against the NFL's best defense, Patrick Mahomes completed 78% of his passes through 3 touchdowns.
Against the NFL's best defense?
78 sacks. Could I interest you in that? How many teams you know got?
Completely overrated.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is 14-10 while trailing by double digits.
Okay. And that has what to do with Andy Reid?
Because
Nothing?
it has everything to do with Patrick Mahomes. That's my point. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was getting there, but you made me speed up my normally scheduled programming. That's all my homeboy.
Huh. Interesting.
Skip, look. Andy did a great job last night. But we've seen coaches diagram great plays and quarterbacks can't make it happen. Patrick Mahomes makes it happen. Even when there weren't a great play. He didn't call those scrambles. He didn't call that when Patrick Mahomes took off. That was not the play that Andy Reid called. When he got that for a third down, when he took off to the right side and he was about to run and he stopped and got an extra 5-6 yards, that was not the play that Andy Reid called.
No.
So you know what? I'm going to be fair. I like being fair. I'm a very fair man. I'm going to give Patrick Mahomes 70% of the credit. I'm going to give Andy Reid 30%.
Okay, now you're back in the right ballpark. I'm going to give Andy Reid 50% of the credit.
Man, you got your man.
He identified Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech when I watched him a lot, and I didn't see this.
Brady and Coach Belichick identified Tom Brady.
He did not. Some scout that I can't remember whose name I can't remember.
Can I ask you a question?
Finally convinced Belichick, take a flyer on this Michigan kid in the 6th round.
But let me ask you a question. If Coach Belichick says no, is Tom Brady on the Patriots, even though that scout liked him? No, so give Belichick credit.
We just need a camp quarterback. Let's try the 6th rounder. We'll spend a 6th rounder on him. And yet, it was Andy Reid who said, I'm going to trade up from 27 to 10 to take this kid. And he took him, and he was right.
Yes.
And he had the newest toy on the block, and did he ever make that toy work?
And what did you say? There's no price steep enough to pay for a quarterback. That's what you've always said. Since we've been on this show, you said if it takes 2-3 first-round picks to get a quarterback, there's not a price too steep.
Okay, I got it. But Bill Belichick had little to nothing to do with the offense in New England through those 6 Super Bowls. It was all Brady and his coordinator, but it was mostly Brady.
But this is what Coach Belichick is able to do. He says, Tom, me being the great defensive mind that I am,
Yep.
if you come out in this formation, I believe this is where you're weak. This is what you should do. If you do this, this is what I would do.
That could help a little bit.
A lot of bit.
Okay, but in the end, Andy Reid keeps talking about retirement. He's going nowhere.
And they ain't going there
He's
nowhere.
64 years old. Watch him coach till he's 70. He's got Patrick Mahomes.
He eating brisket burgers out there in KC. He might not be getting hamburgers.
Right.
He getting brisket burgers out there.
Wow. Okay.
He's sitting pretty, that's for sure, guys. All right, while we are giving our congratulations to the Chiefs, let's also look forward to next season, guys.